This is my first video that is not related to idioms. I decided to make a more serious video. In my classes recently, we've had some discussions about racism and homophobic attitudes towards gay, lesbian, bisexual people. So I have a story that I would like to share with you. It's a little bit difficult. I have a few pictures that will hopefully help us to understand a little bit better. So I'm going to read slowly, and you could have a look at the pictures as we go along. Once upon a time, there was a group of people who believed with all their hearts that people with red hair were evil. They believed this wasn't natural because only the devil creates the color red. And so it is a wicked choice for a person to choose to have red hair. The group believed these people would be punished for eternity because they chose to have red hair like the devil. This group says they don't judge others, but it is well known that this group does not believe red-haired people are good. They believe they are bad. And so redheads feel very uncomfortable around them. The group says it doesn't care about people in the general society. They can do as they like, as long as none of their members choose to be born with red hair. And if by accident one was born this way, he must change it quickly to a more acceptable color. This group was also very careful not to allow their children to play with red-headed children for fear that their own children may then become red-headed themselves. Now, as time went by, science proved over and over again that hair color is not something people choose. It's biological. This idea became known around the world, and more people began to realize that red-headed people were equal to all other humans, had no connection to the devil, and did not choose their own hair color. Yes, they were different, but they were beautiful. However, many members of that original group remained steadfast in their belief because it had been written down in a very special notebook that could never be changed, even when science proved it was false. They will forever believe that people who choose to have red hair are doomed to an afterlife of hard, painful punishment. So if we look at this story, let's think about who is in need of knowledge and wisdom. Do you think it's red-haired people? Do they need to understand how to change themselves, to understand why they are wrong, why they are bad? Or is it maybe members of society who have learned, questioned, studied, and then changed their opinion? Are they wrong? Do they need help? Or is it this group who has refused to consider any other possibilities except what they were told to believe when they were young? Which of those three groups do we believe is in need of some knowledge and wisdom? To understand this story is to realize that members of the LGBTQ2, which includes lesbian, gay, bisexual, trans, etc. people, or people of any particular race, for that matter, do not choose the way in which they were born. They are born as people are meant to be. They are not wrong. They are not broken. They are not sinful or evil. They are kind, beautiful, and intelligent people. They feel sadness and pain being around people who do not accept them and people who believe that they are able to choose whether they are born straight, gay, black, or white. It is time to look at science, statistics, real human stories, and change opinions that were formed hundreds or even thousands of years ago before much was known about biology. I only ask that you consider possibilities beyond what you have always been taught is correct, and take the opportunity to learn about the world. The things we used to believe are not always correct. The world evolves, people change, more scientific information becomes available every year. Take the challenge, learn, think, love, accept. Challenge your own thoughts and beliefs. They are not always correct. Self-study and quality education are the ways to open people's minds and change the world for the better. I hope you were able to understand this story and see it as a metaphor for the way that we think about minority groups, and that perhaps it's time to challenge what you've always believed is or must be correct, and open your mind to the possibility that people do not choose their lifestyle or the way that they are. They are born that way, and they are born special, and there's nothing wrong, nothing broken. Thank you for listening to the story and considering other possibilities in the future.